You already know what to do. Subscribe, like, put it in the comments, and share the content. This way, we can help the channel grow. If it worked for me, it can work for you. Peace. And let people know who the real godfather NIL is.
So I'm telling you, I've really. You talk about September 26, 2017. This thing opens up, right? 10 of us get arrested. Four African American assistant coaches, and you go through the ring. The FBI is involved. It's the highest level. This thing has blown up, right? It's you fast forward, each year, things are happening. June 2019. Oh man, 2 of us go to jail. You come home in October, and things are changing. You get to COVID, right? Because again, March 2020 is COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Things are working. Things are working. Pooh. You talk about later on that year, they talk about name, image, and likeness. And I said this, man, hold up. The first time I thought about it, if we didn't go to jail, this thing wasn't happening. And I had somebody debate me. He's like, nah, it was happening anyway. If it was, we expedited it. Because the dark lining, and that silver lining in that dark cloud, Pooh, was us. And it's done in New York. So again, I'm the only one from New York. Lamont Evans is my man. Love him to death. You know what I'm saying? Me and him went to jail. Chuck Person, you know what I'm saying? Him and Tony Bland, LA, my man. That's my cuz right there. That's my man. Chuck Person, you know what I'm saying? The legend.
Facts. Rifleman.
It's done in the Southern District of New York because someone has we have to be made an example of.
When you're recruiting a McDonald's All-American candidate, it's the who's who of college basketball, recruiting that parent, recruiting that AAU coach, recruiting that high school coach. So for me, it was always about the relationship. And what no one would ever tell you is that, hey, you know what, there may be something extra that you would have to do. Relationships, they're going to get you to a point, and then you're going to have to compete in another way.
Here comes Book. He's cutting deals. He admits that. He understands what he has to do to get the players. But, that works both ways because the top athletes are now expecting that. They're not even visiting a campus without, you offering something to them or their family. There's an uncle, there's a, father or a mother who's interested and says, well, you gave this to so-and-so. Now, what are you going to do?
You talk about the Southern District of the world. Again, you got John Gotti, El Chapo. It's prosecuted there. Nowhere else in the world, there. So now, guess what? You got these dudes who we kind of forgotten about. Pooh, no one talks about us. But then NIL hits. And I said this today. It's funny. We didn't only just think about, like, people are talking about what kids got in basketball. Think about the money they get in football.
This is all happening under the guise of amateurism. Book Richardson was competing against the best, Bill Knight money with Oregon and UCLA and USC. So he was cutting the same deals that a lot of other schools were at that time. And when you look at who he was getting, clearly he was doing a good job at it because those kids kept on coming. There was a steady stream.
We want the college basketball world to be pristine. We want it to be clean. We want it to be a certain way versus what it really is. And everyone knows it. You've heard stories for years. Kids got a house. Mom's got a tractor. Again, there's movies about it. Blue Chips. There are books about it. Heaven is a playground. Why do we act as if, no way this happened? We start to clutch our pearls. No, it happens every day.
College basketball operated in a certain way since Adolph Rupp was the coach at Kentucky. Up until 2017, each school had their own way of doing it. And the blue blood programs, it's set up so that the head coach, it just happens.
They changed conferences because the money they getting in football. Hello?
So Cory Booker writes, senator from New Jersey, come talk to me. I should be on Capitol Hill with you talking about these things because, again, because of what happened to us. Talk to Lamont Evans. Talk to Tony Bland. Talk to Chuck Person. Talk to Merle Cole. Talk to Christian Dawkins. Talk to Jimmy Gatto. Talk to those guys because our lives were affected by this. And if we didn't go through that, there would be no NIL. Oh, yes, it would. So why wasn't it? Why hasn't there been? Because everything that's happened, right? We take something away, but we'll give you some. We'll give you a little bit of sugar. Wait up. Now they're trying to pull back the NIL because it's unregulated. It's never going to be
sure
regulated.
He's aware of what goes on, but he's not there directing, all right, this guy gets a house, this guy gets a car payment, this guy gets a Maserati. That's not how that goes. He has plausible deniability.
Everyone thinks it's just cut and dry. There is no such thing as a going rate because, again, it's according to where he goes. It's also according where that coach may be in their career. What if this is a coach who's like, if I don't get this player, I'm getting fired? He may be willing to do something more than a guy that's already stable. Like, no, I don't have to do that.
Just like, think about this. In the last 3 years, the transfer portal, one-time transfer right away. I want to now give you something because, again, everything else looks bad. By the way, I don't have an issue with the NCAA. I'd love for someone from the NCAA, the IARP, to say, listen, you know what? Hey, Book, we're going to come talk to you in the Gaucho's gym. Hey, Book, I know what you went through. I'm not even asking them to say sorry. Hey, you know what? I take full ownership for what I did. I took $20,000. I was given $20,000. Christian Dawkins gave me $20,000. So I'm not making it seem as if like, oh, man, I didn't do anything. Oh, man, I'm the victim. What I am saying I'm the victim is this. I was entrapped as well, guys, because, again, like we're basketball coaches. There was no conglomerate. There was no syndicate. So, again, how does NIL start, Pooh? Right? The quarterback for Alabama, Pooh, he's making over $1 million. I'm not sure about the numbers, but, the big fella at Kentucky, $2 million. Now, oh, Book, you're wrong. I may be wrong on the number, but I know he's getting something. He's getting more than he's getting more legally than what he would have been able to get if I didn't get arrested.
When you look at how a lot of agents got their big break, they worked for a firm, they took 2 or 3 players with them, and they started their own deal. That's what Christian Dawkins was doing. He did what a lot of other agents did. He already had 2 McDonald's All-Americans, Brian Bowen and Nasir Little. In the league at the time, he had Van Vliet. He already had a couple of guys that were in the draft. So, man, I would love to be able to help him out.
And I'm going to say this, and it's not Book saying this, I'm going to say this. I think they made y'all examples so the schools wouldn't have to pay the kids.
Because, again, the schools aren't paying the kids, right? They're getting a quote-unquote collective.
There you go. And tell people, explain that, because just so people can have an idea of what the collective is.
So it's a bunch of companies and people, alumni boosters who are in this collective who are putting money together for conferences and or schools.
Have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen this book?
Wow.
Just because you're demanding doesn't mean you're in demand. And the only way you can figure that out, you have to have someone who's on the inside that can help you do that. That's the kind of stuff a Christian Dawkins would help you understand and recognize.
The idea was that Christian would line these guys up early, get them committed to Arizona and Louisville. They would sort of be on the team. They'd be Lloyd Management clients. And then eventually, hopefully, they would make it to the NBA, and he would get a big cut of their NBA deals. And Book and these other guys were all brought into this scheme to do that.
You're doing the diagram of, where the money's flowing and whatnot. It starts with Jeff D'Angelo, who's ostensibly looking to invest money. Turns out Jeff D'Angelo didn't actually exist. He was, an FBI agent leading the pro.
And I'll leave you on this one. If someone helped me get a job, I'm going to get looked at like there is loyalty. That's where I'm different, because I figured someone would want to hire me because it's like, dude, he's been solid. This thing could have went so many different ways. Stayed one way. Like when you have this power surge and you just try to keep it, and it, like sometimes expands, but that power surge, think about it. When a live wire hits, it could go a ton of places.
Yeah.
So, that's and that's kind of how I feel, man. Like, I'd love to debate with anyone, or not even. As a matter of fact, let me take that back. I'm not debating with nobody. I know what it is. I know the timeline. I'm living it, still living it, because I still don't have a show cause. I still don't have my punishment. It's been 5 years. Everyone else.
Show cause. Explain to people what that is.
You have to show cause why you can hire me, and then then you can't technically recruit in the summers. You also have to show show why you want to hire me, and also quote unquote rehabilitate what I did. And I laugh now. So allegedly, what I did is legal.
Y'all ready?
Yes. You have just stepped into the world of